Hi everyone, it's John and welcome to another edition of Cozy, Charming, Crazy Real Estate, where we talk about everything real estate. Today we're going to review 5 tips that can help you attract more buyers when you're selling that fixer-upper home. Now you may see that there are a number of buyers in the market. You'll see them on television, hear them on the radio, maybe you get a postcard from them in the mail that say, hey, give us 5 minutes on the phone and we will give you a fair cash offer to purchase your home anywhere in the area and in any condition. Well, that is a non-competitive environment when you only have one buyer. We're going to talk about how to get multiple buyers so that they are motivated to outbid each other and put more cash in your pocket at the end of escrow. So let's get into the 5 tips. The first one is hire an agent, and there's a couple reasons why. The first one is that to be a member of the multiple listing service, which is a powerful marketing tool, you must be a licensed agent, normally a member of the National Association of Realtors chapter in your area. That's what it takes to be eligible to be able to join the MLS and be able to publish listings in the MLS. And that MLS, by the way, when you post to the MLS, it automatically, when you publish the listing, it not only is published on the MLS, it is sent out to a number of other platforms so that it expands the reach of your listing, not only to potential buyers, but also to to agents who then can share the information about your home with buyers that maybe don't watch the MLS as much. So that's a very important reason, being able to have that marketing tool available. The other reason is that a real estate agent is going to give you advice on how to set the price and also be able to review offers with you. And most importantly, they know how to review offers to identify certain subtle pieces of information in offers that if you don't catch it up front and if you accept it in an offer, could cost you money at the end of escrow. So it's very important to have a real estate expert working with you. The second tip is price the property to sell. Now, a lot of people hear that. You hear it in advertisements, oh, this home is priced to sell. Well, what does that really mean? Well, what it means is that the seller has come up with a strategy where they feel that the price that they have set is going to be acceptable to a wide portion of the buying public, to buyers that are actually looking. Now, in an example of how we might set up a buying strategy for a home that needs maybe a little tender loving care, maybe it's even a complete tear down, somewhere in between, an imperfect property, is if we need to sell this imperfect property and we need to sell it quick, we might want to work on a strategy that attracts more buyers rather than just trying to hold out forever hoping that the market will drive buyers up. We're trying to attract multiple buyers, so we might use a strategy that could go like this. Let's say we look at the market and we see that properties like the ones we're selling typically sell in about 45 days. And based upon the type of property that we have and its location and its actual condition, we might be able to come up with a potential value of, let's say, $100,000. Well, so we know that as a benchmark, if we can sell it for $100,000 in 45 days, but we need to sell it quicker, we might consider discounting that price to attract more buyers that are looking for a deal. So let's give them a deal. Let's say we want to set not only a 45-day price of $100,000, but let's take $5,000 off it with a goal of selling it in 30 days. Need to sell it quicker? How about we do a 15-day price, and maybe we will take another $5,000 off. However you work those numbers, whatever sliding scale you use to reduce the price at different number of days, what we want to start off with is knowing what is normal in the market and then finding a price below that helps lower the number of days the property will be on the market. So that's what we mean by pricing it to sell. It's attractive. It's going to stand out because we are realizing that it is an imperfect property. Therefore, we're going to sell it lower than we would a home that was in perfect condition. The next thing we want to do is remove obstacles. Tip number 3, remove obstacles. Now, when we sell a home, there are certain requirements that apply, whether we are selling a home that just needs a little care or a home that's a complete teardown. And often some of these requirements are set by law. I'll give you a couple of them. One is if you have a water heater, it must be strapped in with a seismic strap. If you have hallways and bedrooms, each of them must have a smoke alarm. And you might also, depending upon the city or county where you live, you may be required to conduct a lateral sewer line inspection. And those things might be required before you can close escrow. Therefore, go ahead and get those things done. That lateral sewer line inspection, that lateral sewer line is the sewer line that goes from the house to the main sewer line at the street. So if those are needed, go ahead and get those out of the way as soon as possible. Those are obstacles to closing escrow. Get them out of the way. The other thing that often holds up escrows is paperwork. And it could be that you are selling the home yourself, and in order to sell it, maybe you have it in a trust. You'll need to provide a copy of that trust. If you are a trustee, and you're selling a home that actually had belonged to someone else or was being used by someone else, but you're the trustee of the trust, you'll need all the trust information in order to close escrow. And that's the same thing if you're selling a home that was owned by someone who has passed away and now is a probate sale. You will need copies of death certificates. You will need copies of the court orders that authorize you to sell the property on behalf of the estate. Any paperwork that is required, you need to have up front so that it doesn't hold up escrow later. And again, your agent can help you create a list up front so that you can have all that in place when you finally do get an offer. Tip number 4, tell buyers what you want. Don't expect buyers to read your mind. Share with them basically in narrative form. What are you looking for? Are you looking for bottom line best price? Are you looking for the fastest closing of escrow? You want your money as soon as you can get it. Therefore, you're maybe willing to trade a little in the price for speed of closing. Whatever your needs are, maybe you want to rent back the house for a period of time, maybe 30 days while you're looking for another home. Anything that is important to you that seller or buyers can put in their offer that gives them a leg up on the other buyers, go ahead and share that with all the buyers. Tell them what you want, and that way they'll know what to give you. Now, tip number 5 is set an offer date. If we put a property on the market and we just say, okay, it's on the market, we'll look at offers as they come, well, we're going to get some lowball offers up front, and that's fine. But if we say, hey, we're going to look at offers on a specific date, it does two things. One, it shows that we don't want to be on the market for the next 5 years. We want to get this thing closed. We are trying to close this fixer-upper as soon as possible. That's why we're taking a little potential cut on the price. But set an offer date and don't put it way out, within a couple weeks of the listing, and let everyone know that that is a firm date. And not only will it make it easier to review the offers side by side, but it sends a message to buyers that, hey, we expect more than one offer. Therefore, they will try to make their offer more competitive. So those are the 5 tips. I hope you found them useful. If you want to go over them in greater detail, go to CordonRealEstate.com, and it's on the you'll see the blog entry on the home page. It reviews these 5 tips. So I hope you found this information interesting. If you did, please hit like. If you have any comments or questions, please enter them below. And of course, we hope you'll subscribe as we re-accelerate more videos coming to cozy, charming, crazy real estate. And we hope to see you very soon with our next installment. Until then, thanks for watching. See you soon.